Today's episode is from a jungle, literally. Like, I am literally sitting in the middle of a jungle, and I'm so glad that I carry my mic everywhere because epiphanies hit just like that. There might be slight noise from humans, that's the only noise that I don't like. But other than that, we are surrounded by water, we're surrounded by birds, we're surrounded by trees and nature, and I feel a new season coming. I feel a new season of myself coming, and I just wanted to talk to you all about that because the year has literally come to halvesies. We are in June, and like half the year is over. Can you believe it? And I had some bittersweet thoughts about this because half of the year is over, and I was feeling very down and in the dumps about it. But I've had a fresh perspective. I've had a fresh haircut, and I think we need a mindset reset for the rest of the year. So let's get into that in this episode. Hi, I'm your host and storyteller Zoshibai, and this is Zindagi ki Suhagraat. Just a few weeks ago, also please pardon the tremble because I'm literally holding my phone in my hand. There is no stand, there is no tripod. I should really get a tripod, but then at the angle that I'm sitting, I really think a tripod would not be possible because I'm literally like near a khai. But yeah, so a few weeks ago, I it suddenly hit me that June is almost over. Like we're in the midseas, and now June is going to be over. And I felt this pang of unaccomplishment and lessness just come over me because I felt like भाई जून तक आ गया मैंने करा क्या है and I feel like these things just come to us so much randomly and then they're so not true, right? Like you your brain makes you forget everything that you have accomplished, everything that you literally have done over the last 6 months, even if it is so simple as to cook for yourself, even if it's so simple as to keep active all week long, your brain just overpowers everything and goes like, you just wasted away your entire fucking 3 6 whatever months and that you're nothing. And I don't know why our brain does that. Like knowing full well what the truth is, our brain still takes input from so many other things around us instead of sticking to its reality. And the reason why this might happen is because of the various inputs that we get from around us. And that includes our parents, our friends, our relatives, social media, everything polished that you see on social media that might make you feel lesser of yourself, regardless of everything that you've achieved over the past few months. Usually, I just put out questions that I'm feeling about, right? Like, ki, this is something that's happening, and it's just gonna happen, and we're just gonna have to get through it. But this time, I kind of have solutions because I have thought about this way too much. So, yes, I am sweating because I literally hiked up here. It's a very small hike, it's literally like my childhood hike from when I was in school. But I'm still sweating because the sun is like right there. We love you. Thank you for bringing us light and joy. So it's been 6 months, right, to the year. And the only thing that is going to get us out of any dump or any negativity that we have about ourselves is to have a very strong self concept. Self concept is basically how you define yourself for yourself. Having to continuously switch hands because it hurts. This phone is a little heavy. Anyway, as I was saying, self concept is how you define yourself for yourself. And having a strong self concept does two things. One, it makes sure that no negative input from external environments gets to you. And two, it makes sure that you stick to your beliefs about who you are as a person, who you are, who you want to become as a person throughout this year. And it helps you achieve your goals because if you've read Atomic Habits by James Clear, you will know that you have to become the kind of person who behaves in certain ways that will lead to your goals being a byproduct of the kind of person that you are. A positive and solid self concept makes sure that you as a person just focus on growing you as a person. And I feel like that is so important because in this whole rat race, in this whole hustle culture, I feel like we forget ourselves because we're trying so hard to fit in, we're trying so hard to live up to somebody else's expectations that, and even if you don't want validation from other people, it comes. Like not imagine not even going out there for validation and yet somebody disapproves. What? and and the fact that they're going to disapprove is going to hit some string in your head, it's going to hit some kind of a chord, and it's going to make you feel insecure and turn and turn make you feel bad about everything. And then if your self concept is not strong enough, it's going to affect you, and that's something we really don't want. Here's what we're going to do. Okay, to build a strong self concept, we are going to follow some steps. Okay, and this is something that I have mentally done, not physically, but I would genuinely recommend doing it physically. Like, get a pen and paper, sit down, write about it. Because a creator that I watched recently said this, and I genuinely, it hit me. She said, your brain, your thoughts might lie to you, but the pen won't. What you put out on paper is going to be in front of your eyes. You're going to realize that you've been lying to yourself, and hence your thoughts can betray you, but a pen won't. If you want, you can pause this video wherever you want to, write it down, because then बाद में जाके नहीं होता है, मुझे पता है. So pause this video wherever you feel like pausing it to work on whatever, and let's get into it. Step 1 is going to be sitting with yourself in solidarity, sitting with yourself in isolation. You need no external output at this point. I need you to close your eyes and just for a few minutes breathe. Just breathe for a few minutes and let all thoughts come and go in a span of, say, 5 to 10 minutes, because it's gonna happen. You're gonna have multiple thoughts. Just let them come and then actively make them leave. Okay, next. Once we have gotten all those thoughts out of our heads, and even if they keep coming back, it's okay. We're human beings. इतना hard and fast है नहीं ये चीज़. The reason why we're doing this is to clear our minds, because the next steps, we want to talk to ourselves. We are going to now sit and talk to ourselves. Because something I realized was that as we get into all this, work and hustle culture, the one thing that we forget to do is just sit with ourselves, is ask ourselves how we're doing, ask ourselves, talk to ourselves. And this is also something that my friend told me once while we were talking, and they were like, after a very long time, they felt like they actually asked themselves how they were doing. They actually talked to themselves about their well-being, and it made all the difference. Now, when you're talking to yourself, you're going to ask yourself a few things. Number 1, how are you doing? You need to genuinely sit with yourself and ask yourself, How are you doing, darling? How are we doing? How are we? Are we better? Are we not feeling very great? Which is fine. But you need to understand the kind of mindset that you are in at that point. Then, once all the niceties are done, we are going to take out the list, take out the list of things that you initially planned for this year. That list probably has all the things listed in which you think you haven't accomplished yet. So it would be great if you have it in front of you to see what are these things that are driving you to not feel accomplished. Once you have that list in front of you, go through that list one by one and then actually see whether you have accomplished any part of it or not. Like, for example, if your goal was to lose a certain amount of weight or whatever, something like that. That's a very common example because most people have that as a goal when they start out the year. So did I. And when life happens in the midst of all of this, the question you need to ask yourself is, did I try? First of all, did I even try long enough to achieve this certain goal? Because if you're telling me 3 दिन try किया जिम जाने का then छोड़ दिया, then you haven't tried. Honestly, you did not try long enough. You need to try long enough for your particular goal to actually happen. And long enough means consistency over months, over since 6 महीने में, so over months. ठीक है? When I did not achieve this goal, like the certain number I had in my head, because over 3 months I realized that the number on the scale doesn't mean a lot. What I could see was transformation in my body. I saw fat being lost. I saw, my energy levels go up. I saw that I liked being in my body. And I felt like that was so much more important than the fucking number on the scale. So the more important thing is ki whatever your goals are, you need to first break them down into smaller parts. Again, something from Atomic Habits, and make them achievable. Like, losing weight cannot be the goal. I'm coming back to the whole point where you have to be the kind of person. Losing weight cannot be your goal. You have to just become the kind of person who consistently works out. And once you embody that person, losing weight, being stronger, achieving that kind of goal is going to be a byproduct of the kind of person that you are. The whole point of life is feeling better and just enjoying life. And if we spend our entire time trying to be disciplined, trying to be the perfect, सब कुछ perfect करना है, ये perfect करना है, वो perfect करना है, balance everything, it's not gonna happen. Life doesn't work like that. You have to choose where you're going to spend whatever of your time, and you need to just choose well enough to feel good. And that is the whole point. Coming back to our steps, now that we have cleared our minds, now that we have written down our goals that we think we haven't achieved and sat with them, broken them down into smaller parts, do you see the steps that you have taken for those smaller parts? And if you do see them, then I need you to understand that you are there. You did achieve something of those goals. And now we talk to ourselves and tell ourselves कि देख बहन or bhai, whatever, we did achieve something. Building a strong self-concept is to eradicate self-doubt. Now, if this self-doubt is coming from external sources, for example, your parents, your family, your friends, your whatevers, talking down about you, talking shit about you, you gotta remove them from your head. Firstly, you gotta remove them from your head because your self-love needs to be stronger than other people's self-doubt. Like, all these things that they are saying about you, they are just projecting their own insecurities. Okay, first of all, this is a huge and very important thing to understand, that anybody who does not support you, who does not show their support for you as in कि हाँ यार मेरे को दिख रहा है that you're doing things, you know, I can genuinely see that you're putting in the effort, they need to be out of your head. That rent free space that you have given them in your head, that needs to leave. Once you've talked to yourself about all of this, once you've removed all these people from your head, this is the solitude, this is the part that will empower you now. I'll give you an example of this, right? Recently, I got my first paid collaboration on Instagram, and I, I was talking about it to my sister, and my mother overheard. And she asked me, she seemed to be genuinely interested in understanding how this kind of marketing works, right? Like the content marketing and all of that. And the thing is that this collaboration was about underwear, right? It's innerwear, and it was actually a very innovative product. Like, I was genuinely interested in promoting it because my community is all women like me. So, but that was not received very well by this parent of mine. And the thing is that that triggered me so much. Like, that was one of my patterns. Like, my inner child seeks validation from my parents, obviously, because I'm an art kid, right? I'm a design kid. So it really it really hits me when they disapprove of whatever I do, because my entire life, my education choices, my work, all of it has been not normal, I'd say. Not what is considered a normal path for a regular Marathi mulgi to take. And so this disapproval just triggered me so much, and it just put me down in the dumps like so much more. Even though I have achieved so much for myself this year, I started YouTube, I am working on Instagram, my 9 to 5 job is also going pretty well. So there was nothing that was actually going wrong except for a few words from my parent. Once I cut my hair. And the thing is, when I do things externally to my physical self, I feel much better internally, and coloring my hair, cutting my hair. Because I feel like we need to elevate through seasons to come to a version of ourselves. And for me, physically changing things about myself helps, especially my hair. When I cut my hair, I felt this lightness because hair holds a lot of memories, good and bad, and I felt like I was releasing some trauma. The last step in building a strong self concept, and I cannot emphasize more strongly on this part, is to remind yourself constantly, be it by writing, by talking to the camera like this, and keeping it to yourself. You don't have to post it or whatever. If you want to post it, well and good. If you don't, that's fine. But the important part is to constantly create evidence around you, so that if slash when you feel down in the dumps again, you have a portfolio of evidence telling you that listen, you have been through so much, you have achieved so much in terms of self growth, in terms of your goals, in terms of whatever. You just need to keep an evidence portfolio for when the demons come back, and for when somebody or something, your environment, social media, anything tries to tell you that you're not doing enough, that you aren't enough, that whatever you're doing is not in the right direction. I need you to keep this evidence portfolio at hand in your phone ready. जब भी it feels like I'm not enough, जब भी it feels like I'm lesser, you need to go back to this evidence portfolio and you need to go through it. I have a little folder called My Truth Achievements in my phone, and it has the littlest things from when I made a better decision about things, or even if I learned a lesson after an experience, or like if I saved enough money that I was supposed to, if I even took steps, for example, to set up my EPF something. I had to do that. I've been putting it off forever. The minute I did that, I wrote that down. Because it's the littlest, smallest things that compound. Be it your habits, James Clear, be it your habits, be it your achievements, be it your goals, be it, and negative things also compound. Huh? I'm just saying, it's not all positivity, whatever. But we are trying to focus on the part where we build ourselves, where we grow. And this is why you need an evidence portfolio that you can come back to. Write in whatever it is that you want to write in. Write in your smallest of achievements, write in your biggest of achievements. And this is going to serve as a constant reminder that you are not falling behind, that you are working towards your goals, and that it's just been 6 months of the year. So don't judge the entire year based on just 6 months. Right? This is something that my friend reminded me when I was feeling down. I'm so grateful to my friends and their existence in my life. And let me be that friend for you, please. Let me remind you that it's just been 6 months of just any other year. Take care. This year, don't put so much pressure on this year. I am considering this year as a trial year for myself because I feel like I'm actually experiencing life this year properly, like out of survival mode. But regardless of whatever, don't put so much pressure on yourself. Don't put so much pressure on the year, on this 6 months. You have time. You have so much time. You are on your own timeline, first of all. So it really doesn't matter what other people say. Okay? Whenever you feel out of place, just come into nature. Nature helps. She's a free resource. Keep her clean, of course. But nature is scientifically known to rejuvenate everything. I had the opportunity today to come up here. I love this place. I love this place since I was a kid, and I'm so glad that I had this epiphany today here, and I'm so glad I had my mic on hand. But I'm just going to. Oh, actually, I got a tattoo by the way. My mother does not know yet, but it basically says, I can't show it to you right now. It says Sarvam Shaktim Atmanaha, translates to all power lies within the self. I don't think I'll find a better opportunity to use this sentence in front of you guys. But you need to remember that all power of the universe, of whatever, everything, all power lies within yourself. So you have the power to change things if you don't like them. You have the power to elevate things if you feel stagnant. And you have the power to make your life, to create a life that you love and want. You have all of it inside of you. There are no external resources, no external factors that can completely change life for you and its course for you. There are only directors, there are only guides that can help you go ahead. And that's about it. Learn to love life, learn to live life. Because all that matters is that at the age of fucking 70, 80, jo bhi hai, we don't want regrets. So we're going to live our lives the way we fucking want. I'm going to stop talking right now. I hope you remember the steps. A, clear your mind. B, write it down. C, break it down into smaller steps. D, remind yourself that you have actually achieved more things. C, build self-love and hence build a strong self-concept. Okay? Go back to this video if you want to. I'm here for you if you want to talk. Please. People are laughing and that's great, to be honest. Please like this video. If I helped you in some way today, please share this video with other beautiful souls that you think might want to join our journey or might benefit from this video. And tell me, what do you think about all this? Tell me what is a self-concept that you had that is wrong? Or what is something that other people said that made you feel insecure? Let's talk about it. Okay? It's a beautiful day. I feel amazing in nature. Please go out. And just, I love talking to you guys. Thank you for being here. I'm so grateful for jitne bhi log hai yahan pe. I love that I have a platform to talk about all of this. I am your host and storyteller Zoshi Bai, and I will see you in the next episode of Zindagi Ki Suhagraat.